Everything seems to be working good. We are now live. Hello, hello, and welcome. Okay, so for today, I am working on cosplay animal ears. Um, Here, I'll show you an example. These little guys here, that's what I'm working on, making lots and lots of these for my next show, which is coming up here in 2 weeks. So I am super excited, but also very nervous because I have a lot of these to make. Um, so yeah, and if you see me at my next show, come pick one up. They're all going to be fresh and new. I have a whole bag full of them over next to me, but now I have a new batch here, which I am in the stage of where they are, where they're glued together, but their fur hasn't been trimmed, and I'm gonna make them their fur trim here. And once I have the ones next to me all trimmed like this, I'm gonna paint them. So hopefully I can get all of these trimmed and paint by in today's stream. That's my goal. Hey, it's Win. Hi, Win. How you doing? Yes, ears today. I know, right? Freshly made ears. Ready for fan fusion. Got scissors. So when I cut the fur, I actually use I find that the best scissors to use for cutting the faux fur, since it's like, you know, it's soft and it's fine, is actual hair scissors. So that's what I've used since the very beginning, and they work awesome. So I have like these scissors here, which are just like your typical crafting scissors, to trim like the edges. And then I have my like actually like for like real hair scissors. They're super sharp. They work really, really nicely. And then I have just a generic comb. So I'm gonna put these aside because they are already trimmed and pretty ready to be painted. When I'm making these ears, I like to go off of like an assembly line. So I like cut them all out, glue them all together. Now I trim all the fur. Hey, and it's Isaac. Hi, Isaac. How you doing? Making ears today. And I know it's not the same as painting, but I was like, my next show, it's coming up fast. It's coming up fast, and I'm like, I need to get stuff done. So with my comb, I kind of like sculpt. Like I pull the fur that I'm gonna trim closer here, and then the fur that I'm not gonna trim, I kind of brush away. I like that, Isaac. What's up, party people? Yeah, we're having a good party here. We're having a good time. Partying in the morning with this faux fur flying around everywhere. Oh my gosh, my room is coated. It's like having a fluffy dog around. And you know what I just realized when you sent me all those clips and I didn't I started to watch them yesterday and then I don't know what I'm so sorry when we had a family friend over right after I got over the stream for lunch and then we were hanging out with him and I was going to sit down, but then I had DMs to answer, and these were important ones. They're all like business related. I got yet another commission, so I was like messaging that person. I had to message for my existing commissions, and then it was art class, and then I was like, oh, I'll just do it after art class when I like upload my Twitch VOD, and I don't know what happened. I think I just got tired after dinner. I'm so sorry, Win. All right, I'm gonna get to it. I swear. I swear I'll watch the clips. I do want to see them. Don't take it that I don't want to see them. I do. I just I don't know, just yesterday like one thing happened after another and I was so tired. I actually went to bed much earlier than I normally do too. And I like slept in. Yeah, I was hoping to do some more work before getting on the stream, but I just nope, slept in. Nice. Sorry, I see that I missed messages here. Let's scroll up. Oh my gosh. Isaac, you did walking in 100 degrees? That's hot. That's very hot. Oh my gosh, I hope you were drinking plenty of water, Isaac. Thank you, Evo Leia. And hello, Evo Leia. How are you? Oh, thank you. Yeah. You know me and I like to dress creatively. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's crazy, Isaac. And you did a Spartan race? That's insane. I don't know how you're. Hey, I'm I'm glad that you're here. That's crazy. If anyone doesn't know what a Spartan race is, those are, I say look them up. They're insane. It's like an extreme obstacle course, but you're like running through it, and you have like you have teammates, right? Yeah, Isaac, were you part of a team? That's crazy. Aw, thank you, Win, for being understanding. But I feel bad because I did tell you that I'm like, I'm gonna watch him. I'm gonna watch him right after this. And I'm sorry. I feel bad. I want to see him. I genuinely do. I want to do a lot of things. I want to say yes to a lot of things. And I want to do it all. You can't. There we go. There's one little kitten ear. There we go. And I have trash cans underneath my table. I'm not just like throwing it on the floor. I promise. Yeah, no, Evilea, 100 degrees is hot. I forget what 100 degrees Fahrenheit is translated in Celsius, but it's hot. I used to know off the top of my head. At one time, I was like getting pretty good at being able, like the conversions just memorized, but then I quickly forgot them. Oh, nice. That's cool, Isaac, that you and your brother did it. That's awesome. And how did you do? Did Isaac, did you win the Spartan race? Did your team win? I don't know if you get to, I don't know, Evolea, if you kick people. It's more of like an obstacle course, like an extremely hard obstacle course. And I know there's like lots of mud and everything. It's like takes an insane amount of training too. But there's people that do it. True win. There is only so much that the fairy can do. You are, yep, sadly. Sometimes I feel like I need two of me. Like I truly need two of me. Oh my gosh, hold on. I missed a bunch more. Hey, good job, Win, getting the stream streak. That's awesome. Yay! And Eva Leia also got a stream streak. Yay! And Blood too. Good job, guys. Good job on all getting the stream streak. And thank you again for always tuning in and always being here. You're all awesome. And consistently always being here. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Ah, okay, I got you. I got you, Evalea. So 100 degrees Fahrenheit is like 38 degrees Celsius or 37.8. Okay. Thank you for doing the conversion there. Well, that's cool you won. That's awesome, Isaac. But that sucks that you got hurt. Please rest. Take care of yourself. And I hope you rest quickly too. That's not good, but I know that getting like being sore after such a race is normal. All right, so these little kitten ears here are completed. Moving those off to the side. And I have some little mouse ears here. Yep, and this is pretty much what I do. So when I'm saying, oh, I'm making ears, Ear Factory, this is pretty much a look into what I do. I don't know, I feel finding like cutting the furs kind of satisfying. So traditionally, normally, how this would be done is that to cut the fur, you would take like shavers. But um, when I was making these before, I didn't have that just on hand. So I was like, all right, I'm not just gonna. And at that time, it was just the one pair for you win. So I'm like, I'm not gonna just buy like one of those like those shavers, the hair like clippers, um, for one pair of ears, you know. And so I came up with this method, and then this method works so well that I just don't even use it. Just always stuck with it. Also, I do like this method too because I feel like the shavers, they get really close to the base of the fur and it makes them look really thin. And I actually do like to keep my ears fluffy, so I feel like I can better control, like, yes, trimming the hair, but making it so that it's not like super thin looking. I can keep them fluffy. Fluffy. Oh my gosh. That's insane, Isaac. Yep, that sounds like a Spartan race. Climb a big old wooden wall and crawl through mud, lifting sandbags. That's insane. I couldn't. I don't know. I think I'd get stuck on the wooden wall where I wouldn't be able to jump it because I'm so tiny. I know, it's so funny, isn't it? When funny how life goes, you know, and where art takes you. But hey, you know, I will continue making yours as long as people like them, and I do enjoy making them too. So as long as people still like them, I'll keep making them. I think they're super popular too because like it makes such an easy cosplay, you know? It's like a lot of people want to dress up, but they don't want to be like committed to something or wear something that's uncomfortable. On this, it's like you can wear any clothes and have a pair of ears on, and now you're all dressed up. It's actually cool when I do see like people at like returning to events and they are wearing my ears. Like when I was in Albuquerque Comic Con, someone last year bought some ears from me, and then I saw them again this year. Uh, and it was so sad. She didn't stop at my booth. I don't think she noticed I was there. I saw her like from across the hall only one day, but I was like, wait, that's my pair of ears. I'm like, wait, I remember that cosplayer. She was wearing a very similar outfit with the ears, and I'm like, oh, like that makes me happy that I'm like, yay, they're being enjoyed. My creations are being enjoyed. And there was even I was at the Ren Fair, not this year, but last year, and I saw someone wearing a pair of mouse ears. And that was really cool. I stopped at them and I stopped them and I was like, I like your mouse ears. And they were like, oh, thanks. And I'm like, I made those. I'm the artist. And they were like, oh, shoot. I think they said something along the lines of, were you that Jinx causer? Because I was not in Jinx. I'm like, yes, that's me. All right. So there we go. Got another pair of mouse ears. You are right, Evil Leia. There is a method to the fairies' madness. Yes, that is something that I always. Yep, yep, that is true. Oh no, that sucks, Isaac. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that your shoes were destroyed. Yeah, wear good shoes, but also shoes you don't really care about because they will be completely coated in mud. So now here I got some bunny ears. Yeah, I gotta make even more bunny ears. People like the bunny ears. And I don't make many of them, but I really should make more. I just don't know. I don't have like a reason of why I'll make like two, and then that's the only two that I make. And then they get picked up real fast. Which I'm like, should learn my lesson and make more bunny ears. People like the bunny ears. Which I don't blame them. I think the bunny ears are really cute. I have something tickling my leg. Oh, it's just fur. At first I thought it was fur, and then it started moving with tickling, and I was like, please don't tell me it's a bug. It was just fur. I was like, do not. I don't want to deal with a spider on me right now. No, no spiders. Yeah, I kept going back and forth in my head this morning if I should work on the commission painting or if I should work on ears. And I'm like, well, technically the ears have a, their deadline is coming up sooner than the cat painting. So, like, I should probably work on the ears. There we go. Me too, Win. I really like that bee as well. It's a funny emote. It's a perfect emote. Flying backwards. Yeah, I have actually made Judy Hop ears. Yes, I have a very casual cosplay of Judy Hops. I still want to like style the wig better. It was just for like a joke of like um Nacho and I went to go see Zootopia 2 and we dressed up as Nick and Judy and that was so much fun. But I'm like, nah, I really like this. This is so cute. I'm like, I should actually make like I should style this wig better and make a better cosplay. I just grabbed things that were like in my closet. I have had a spider on me before, when, and it was not good. It was one of those little red desert spiders, you know, that have like the white spots on it. And I squished it, and then I felt really bad because I actually like those little spiders. He just spooked me, and then I felt bad. I like to save those little spiders and release them outside. Yes, I am one of those people where there will be a spider, and I will catch it and release it. Yeah, with these bunny ears too. So I don't know. I feel like some of my ears, I might have an idea of what animal they belong to, but they're really interpretive, I think, a lot of the times. Like these, even though I intended these to be like bunny ears, at one of my last shows, someone bought like a gray pair and she folded them down and they did kind of look like puppy ears, and her cosplay that she was wearing was like a gray puppy, and she was trying to find ears that would have be like a floppy dog kind of look and couldn't find any, only like wolf type ears that with the gray fur. So she got all excited when she found out that you could bend my ears, and it was gray. It was exactly the color that she needed. So, and she bent them down, and they did. They kind of look like floppy puppy ears if you bend them. So, even though I might have the idea of something, doesn't mean that that's what animal it has to be. Like even my the pointy ones, the triangle ones, those could be cats, dogs, wolves, foxes. It's pretty up for interpretation of what kind of ears they are. I think it really goes with whatever your cosplay or outfit is and what animal you're trying to interpret. Aw, that's nice, Win. That's cool that your grandpa would catch and release the spiders, not squish them. Because some spiders are good, just don't want them in the house. Now, like poisonous spiders and that kind of stuff, sorry, poisonous spiders, you don't live. But those little red desert spiders, I want to find out what the official name is. I just call them red desert spiders. But I don't know their actual name. Get all this fur. Yeah, I'm definitely taking a lint roller to my table after this. Yeah. Yeah, see? Cute bunny ears. Oh, thank you, Win, for posting the Discord. What is that? The triangle? Is it Inglet? Web cobweb spider? I don't even know. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Yeah, I don't know when. All I know is that they're non-poisonous and they're non-aggressive. They're just kind of just hang out. They're kind of like chill little spiders. And then there's those big old gray uh garden spiders that are like they're gray with the yellow and orange spots on them, and they get pretty decent size. And they make really big webs. Alrighty. But yeah, so much for now. You understand why, like, I will say there's fur floating around in the room. Yep. And this needs to be trimmed up here. So is anyone working on any projects? Any art? Anything? Or are we just hanging out? Which there's no problem with that. I always find this part so satisfying of like cutting the fur and trimming it up. I don't know, it's such I don't know, I really like this phase in it because here you have these like fuzzball blobs that don't look like anything, and now it's starting to finally take the shape of a animal ear. Like it finally looks like what it's supposed to. Nice! Drawn in your sketchbook win. That's awesome. That's good. Win, what kind of things are you sketching in your sketchbook? What kind of drawings are you creating? Ooh, very cool. Very, very cool. I'm very curious to see when you're done with the sketch win. I like seeing fan art. Alrighty. Got some bunny ears done. These little hairs is what gets absolutely everywhere. Yeah, I'll even have to like roll my own outfit with a lint roller. There we go. Look, some little bunny ears. They're cute. Oh wait, I think they go like this. There we go. I was like, why do they look weird? Something about them looks weird. And see, yeah, like all my ears, they're all bendable. Can add some character to them. And I make them with galvanized steel, the interiors, so that it should never break. I mean, yeah, I forget what the technical term is, but like when you bend wire back and forth and it has a breaking point, but these like you would have to intentionally and like sit there for like a long, long time just bending it back and forth. So galvanized steel, super, super strong, should never be an issue. They're really durable and sturdy. Yeah, a lot of people are like, how many times can I bend it before it breaks? And I'm like never, unless you're intentionally trying to. Nice. That's awesome. That's awesome, Win. Yeah, pretty much. And I mean, like, only bend if you necessary, but like, if you go to an event and you want one ear bent, and then the next event that you go to, you don't want them bent in again, like, yeah, you'll be totally fine. I used to have like aluminum wire that I used, and that stuff. What what I liked about aluminum was that so easy to bend, and it was light, so the ears were super light. Um, but then I found as I was wire wrapping them around the headband, um, it was snapping. It was snapping right in my hand, and I was like, and the wire was crumbling, and I was like, this is so bad. And I'm like, people, if they were to just adjust this a few times in their headband, they would fall off. And I'm like, uh, I'm not using the aluminum wire again. And what I ended up doing with those ears is gluing them to flower crowns because I can't be wasteful. And I'm like, they'll never break on flower crowns because you can't adjust them. They're glued into place. So, uh, but yeah, I had that realization. And I'm like, oh. So I moved over to galvanized steel, and I'm like, that's it. That's all I'm using now. Now these are little gray mouse ears that I'm working on. I really like how tiny and cute these little gray mouse ears are. I actually should make more mouse ears because those are really popular. And also too, if you bend the mouse ears, not these ones, but I have like um a little bit bigger ones. Like I think they're smalls or mediums. Those ones, if you bend them, they do kind of look like floppy puppy dog ears, which is kind of funny. These ones here in the tan color look like lion ears, which I have had people purchase them for like different lion like characters, cosplays and stuff. And I really like this new gray color that I got. This is brand new. No, maybe not totally brand new. I think I've gotten this gray before, but the fur that I got was new. Yep, and it's pretty repetitive. I don't know. This is the assembly line process is. I really actually don't know how many years I've made over. I think what this will be 2 years of making years. Lots. Hundreds. Yeah. And I made a bunch of, like, in this batch, I actually made a lot of extra smalls. I needed a lot. They kind of sold out really fast at my last show. It didn't have many. So I'm like, oh, I gotta make more extra smalls. But now I'm like looking at the balance and I'm like, I try to keep somewhat of a balance of sizes, and I realize I don't have a whole lot of larges. So I'm like, well, I guess I gotta make more larges. Also, too, I need to make more flower crown ears. That I don't have that many. I don't have many flower crown ears. Need to make more. I have a lot of extra small flower crown ears, but I find that people actually like the big ears with the flower crowns more than the small ears with the flowers. Not sure quite why there is such like a distinct difference, but there just is. Don't know why, but that's how it is. And it's not like the flowers are covering up the ears. It's more like, because I use small flowers for the small ears. I don't know, it's just a thing. It exists. I'm actually making good progress on these ears, so I'm actually kind of happy. Chugging along, moving along. There we go. And yep, that's pretty much the whole process. I think my favorite part though is when I get to decorate them, when I get to add the little piercings and the jewelry on them. It's like that's the moment when I get to give the ears personality. It's almost like when I'm doing paintings and in my traditional style, you know, it's very much about the whole mood of the world that I'm painting, or, you know, the energy of what I'm trying to portray. But when I do my chibi paintings, it's like I really get to focus on the personality of that character. It's also why I like painting the chibis so much. Um, so for like these ears, when I get to choose the jewelry, It's like that's like the personality of the ears. Oh, hello! I see someone new is here. Welcome. CR 2889. Hello, hello. How you doing today, CR? Yep, I am just making here some cosplay animal ears. I have a big show coming up, so people like their cosplay animal ears. Good, glad you're doing good, CR. Yeah, I'm just kind of trimming these up, and actually came at a good time because I'm about to paint these. I have this pair left to do, and then I have one more pair, and I'm gonna paint them. So yeah, here I'll show you what I'm making. 1 second. Here's a finished product of what they will look like. See, I just make little animal ears, put them on headbands. All my ears are bendable. But yeah. Hold on. That forgot to be. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, I have lots of the faux fur little like flyaways all over my room, so it definitely has been affecting my nose. Can I draw you something? Uh, I do commissions. What are you wanting me to draw? And I switch it up for my streams. Today I'm working on cosplay stuff, but sometimes I also paint. Um, like yesterday I was working on an oil painting commission, which I was really excited. But yes. Yes, I don't work for free. I am sorry. That I do. Because I do charge because like everything takes time and this is what I do. Alrighty. Just like everything, I don't give anything out for free. Just like all of it. Because you know what? It costs me something. It costs me time, it costs me materials. All right, last pair of gray mouse ears, and then I can get on to painting. Yeah, I do. And I do commissions not only for paintings, but I also do them for animal ears as well, or simple cosplay things. I won't do like full like cosplay outfits, but I'll do like little cosplay like accessories or props, all that kind of good stuff. Alrighty. So last pair of ears, at least in this group here, I have about 13 ears in this batch. I know you didn't count 13, but I already have some like trimmed, and also too, I have two that I'm not working on the stream at the moment because I'm actually making a video for content, and I'll just do that off stream. I don't want to have to. I know it doesn't sound like a big deal. It's like just set up your phone and do a little like a video right here, but nah. I'd rather be present with all of you. I can do that later. Aw, good. I'm glad you're happy to be here, Win. I'm happy that you're here, and I agree. It is good to be here. There you go. Isn't it funny how it just looks like a fuzzy blob, and then once it's all trimmed, you're like, there's the shape of the ear. It's coming to life. Thank you, Win, for the Kirby heart. Very sweet. It's alive. Yes, the ears have come to life. One time I made the mistake. I was working really late at night and I was really tired. And you all know how I like swap my like everything, like lefts, rights, numbers, letters, I swap everything. I started cutting the ears wrong. So like you know how like it's the inner corner of the ear here, right? Where I have the fur longer and then it gradually goes down to the bottom corner of the ear. Well, I swapped it. I did it higher here and lower here. Oh my gosh, I was so mad. Cause like it's not like I can just re-glue, like I can't reverse once the first cut, that's it. You know, it's permanent. I think with that pair of ears, what I ended up doing was I just like the longer part that was here, I just trimmed, and so it was just straight across. So there's a pair of ears out there that is just cut straight across. I don't know. The person seemed to not mind. They didn't notice, I guess, that I made an oopsie. I guess no one really knows you made an oopsie until you point it out, right? Ugh. It was okay. They were still pretty. I felt bad. I put extra jewelry on it. But yeah, no, I've done that a couple of times. Alrighty. Oh wait, derpity derp derp derp. I almost forgot this part. I was like, why is it not fuzzy? Hey, and it's Nacho! Hi, Nacho! How you doing? Yep, Nacho. You know why? Because I'm about to paint these ears and move on to the painting phase. The painting phase of the ears. All right. Let's start with these little guys here. Why not? And I'm gonna, here's my paint palette. You know what, I'll scooch them aside for a sec here. And then here's my paint palette. And I got my water. I need brushes. Paint brushes. Don't worry, I haven't disappeared. Just looking through my tray of brushes. All right. And I'll use this one. And then where's my, there's like a fluffy one that I always use. Oh, I'll need, not this one, but the flat brush. I'll use, no, I don't like that one. It has a split. And it's hard to control. Where's the other flat brush? There it is. And I got a flat brush. And then, come on. Where did it go? I have like a red handle. Is that it? Nice. Glad you're doing good, Nacho. Glad you're doing good. Ah, there it is. How's work going, Nacho? Since you said good, I'm gonna assume that it's going good. Alrighty, now that I have my brushes here, I'm going to use, so you would assume, right, that all I would need is pink. Well, no, I actually end up using titanium white, cadmium yellow, and a little bit of burnt sienna to make my pink color. I found that using just the permanent rose, or not permanent rose, it's rose pink, was a little too pink. It was a little too bubblegum, not very realistic. Even though I know my ears aren't the most realistic, but I was like, This one's almost done too. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's almost done. And at the bottom I can tell it's like really thick. There we go. And the little bits of yellow. And a little bit of burnt sienna. then I mix these colors. All the paint here, by the way, is dry on the palette. Did I just... No, I didn't. Okay. All the paint here is dry, so I just keep painting on top of it, and eventually I'll clean my palette. Mix these three colors together. And now this is kind of thick. Too thick. So I'm gonna add a lot of water to it, make it super watery, almost kind of like watercolors. Typically how this next step would be done with an airbrush. But yet again, I do have an airbrush, but I was trying to figure out how to do it indoors, and came up with this method, so I didn't have to use my airbrush. Also, too, I don't have any pink colors, so that was going to require me to get some pink paint, which is honestly no big deal, but I was trying to, at the time of making these ears, like when I first made them, I was trying to figure out what I just had on hand, and I was like experimenting, and I'm like, do I really need to use the airbrush? Can I find another way? Found this way, and I was like, cool. All right. Glad I found something that worked with the things that I had. Also, too, this is a good alternative if you are someone who wants to make some ears, but you don't have an airbrush, and you're like, well, how do I paint my ears? All right. Now bringing our little gray mouse ears forward, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my fluffy brush, and I take a bit of the watery paint, and I just put it in the corner of the ear. Just a little bit. Wash my brush, because acrylic paint is very harsh. You know what? I'm gonna move my palette over here. Is there room? Can you still see me? Okay, yeah. Oh gosh, that's so much more comfortable. I'm gonna move this here too. No, I'll keep it here, and it's not underneath the microphone. And while the paint's still wet, I'm gonna take my thumb, and I'm gonna work it into the paint and kind of like blend it out with my thumb. And this is how you get that like airbrushed look without using an airbrush. There you are. I have both tea and coffee in front of me. But what I just took a sip of was tea. And then I take my flat brush, and I'm gonna do some details inside the ear. And there we go. Yeah, these are mouse ears. They're little mouse, they're teeny tiny mouse ears. I know when you said you wanted some mouse ears. I don't know if you want tiny gray ones like this. These ones are really tiny. Or if you want like more my smalls. That is a size bigger than these. Hold on. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry. And then I'm gonna just go in the corner again. And just blend. I'm not sure when. I mean, I could go with the tiny mouse ears, but Bernard actually has pretty, like, good sized mouse ears. Maybe my, uh, the small ones that I have, these are extra smalls. Um, but I can show you examples of both. I can make both versions and then have you pick which ones you want, whatever you think is better. Also too, since you'll be wearing a hat, I don't know how the hat and headband would necessarily work, but I was thinking about making them clip-on ears so that you could like clip them underneath the hat right here, and then it looks like the ears are like poking through underneath. You know, you wear the hat and then it like goes kind of like a clip-on like that, and it clips to the hat. It might be more comfortable too, possibly, rather than the headband and trying to adjust them. Yeah. And so the clips, though, will have to go the other direction because normally I have the alligator clips, which the little clip is on this side and then it goes down, where if there was a hat, it'd have to go the other way. So I'll have to see. But we'll figure it out when. We'll figure it out. I could bring my alligator clips that I have and see if they would even hold onto your hat. And with the, even though it won't look right, but we could put on like some clip-on ears that I already have made and just see if they hold. Um, that might be the best way to see if my clip-on idea works well. Might have to get bigger clips. Not sure. I don't know if my alligator clips I have right now are too big or too small. Or no, they won't be too big. They'd be too small if they're not the right size. Which, the style of alligator clips that I have for the clip-on ears and horns, they have bigger sizes of them, so I'm not concerned. That's something that can easily be acquired. When were you thinking of cosplaying Bernard, or do you not have a specific con in mind? Yeah, I say bring the hat that you plan on using, and for Bernard, and then I think that'll be easier to figure out what size ears would be good, what size clips. I'm almost having a feeling I'm gonna have to get bigger clips for him, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. I'll make you some ears. There we go. There's some bunny ears. Of course. Of course. I'm happy to help you and make some ears. I think it'd be a fun cosplay. Just a few things. And you know what? If you don't have those things in your closet, well, I know that you have the jacket in your closet because you showed me that you have a jacket. And but the red turtleneck, if you don't have that, I bet you could thrift it. You could find it thrifting. And gray pants. Do you have some gray pants in your closet that you could wear? Or you could easily just uh thrift that as well. Yeah. You can find some great things thrifting. Oh, yeah. Those two could definitely work, Win. Those gray pants, those could definitely work. Hey, I love it when you have like cosplays that you have like um multiple things that work, you know? Like I have some cosplays too that share articles of clothing. It's always the best. But yeah, those pants could definitely work. I know. I'm excited too for that Spider Noir. It's a TV series, right? That's gonna be good. I like the Spider Verse. I hope that it's good. Because that would make me really sad if it wasn't. Because I feel like he's such a cool character. And then if the story wasn't good, like, that'd make me very, very sad. Which I don't know how you could mess that up. He's so cool. And his universe is such a cool aesthetic. I really don't understand how someone could mess that up. No, I think it should be watched in black and white. Because, like, that's the color of his universe. So I feel like it should be black and white. What are you going to do? When are you going to watch in black and white or color? Look how cool. Eee. Super excited. Mm-hmm. All right, got some bunny ears done. Now, how about these little blonde cat ears? Did I mess up? I did mess up. You know how I was talking about reversing and that kind of stuff? I messed up. Tell me what's wrong. This is supposed to be over here. I'll figure out how to fix that later. I think what I'll do is I'll just like cut them completely and you know what? I have scissors here. Yep, I messed up. Yeah, because this is the end. This is the right one. This is the wrong one. Ah, remember how I was just talking about that too? That I was messed up. Okay, actually, I think I'm messed up too on the backs of these. Good job, me, for really doing not a great job. You know what? It just won't have the ear fluff. That's the only thing I can do, is just won't have the ear fluff, sadly, to make them both the same. Because it's not like I can just make another pair. They won't sit right. So the way I cut these is that they have to sit right. See, this is part of cosplay. It's like you mess up, you make mistakes, but you gotta just keep moving forward and not get too sad about it. Just be like, oh, gonna move forward. Except this isn't very much a happy accident. I'm not too thrilled about this one, but it'll be okay. You know what? Maybe I'll stick this one on a flower crown and hide the flowers around the ears so it's not that noticeable that I messed up. Maybe that's what I'll do. Didn't even notice that I did that. Wow. Sometimes I don't like my brain. I don't like how it flips, like flip-flops things. Makes things kind of difficult. Normally I catch myself before. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Normally I catch myself before it happens. Like I'll start like combing the fur into like place, and then I'll be like, wait a second, this isn't how it's supposed to be. But not this time. Oops. Oh, thank you, Win. Thank you. Excuse me. I know. It's gonna be like this sniffling and everything for a little bit here. Because of all the fur that's flying around my room. It's paint. It's okay. Not the end of the world. Maybe I'll make them pretty by sticking them on a flower headband. No one will know. Then take my flat brush. There we go. See, they'll still be cute ears. They'll still be cute. They'll still find someone who'll like them and wear them proudly. That's what I always say as I'm making these too, is like, I hope that these find like someone who loves wearing them and brings them joy. Yeah, I think my next batch of ears that I make, I think I should definitely make some more large ears because I will admit, I don't have a whole lot of those. So, yeah, alright. They're not that ugly. They look a little funny because they don't have the fuzzies in the middle here, but they're still cute. It'll be okay. I hope I didn't do that same mistake to any others. Yep, just blending it in. Yeah, actually really happy with the progress so far. That would be really awesome if today I could off stream put all these on headbands. That would be awesome. Oh, I'd be so happy. Cuz the acrylic paint, it takes a little bit of time to dry cuz it is on the fur and it's like pretty watery. So it takes, I'll like let these sit for like maybe an hour or two before they're fully dry, before I put them on the headbands and then add piercings to them. All right, and then now for this guy, And oh, almost didn't dry off my brush. I'm just blending it in. It is kind of satisfying to see it blended, kind of like yesterday when I was doing like the oil paint. Like just watching the fluffy brush. Later today too, I'm hoping to get to some filming. I want to take pictures. I've taken pictures on the mannequin heads of the horns that I made and some ears, but I do want to like kind of dress up a little bit, get into like cosplay and wear them. Take some photos, some videos. Another goal for today. Yeah. There. Alrighty. 4 down, 3 to go. And actually I have more over here too. I have 4 more that still need to be painted that I cut before stream. Like I have these ones here. See, they're snow fox ears. Very popular. I definitely need a lot more of these snow fox ears, and I need red fox ears too. I have like 1 pair of red fox ears, and I am a little bit I'm a little worried, I won't lie, because I was like, that I gotta make some red fox ears. Dancing dinosaur. The dancing dinosaur. Yeah, and I made some calico cat ears too. I'll be posting those later. I have they're in a bag behind me, but I'm not gonna go digging for them. I think they're even at the bottom. Should have brought them to the top. But I'm super excited to show off the calico cat ears because that was like the #1 thing people were asking my last show. I had calico cat ears. Here we go. There's one snow fox ear done. I like the snow fox ears. They're so cute. There's one. Make another. just drawing a little line down the side. Something that you might notice is different about my ears rather than other people's ears is that I only paint the pink inside. That like the black that's here isn't painted. It's actually fur. So it stays soft through the whole thing. A lot of other ear makers, like if they were to make Stofox ears, they would just have plain white fur and then paint the black tips on the ears, which I don't do because I feel like it kind of leaves crusty residue. And I don't know. I don't think it looks nice. So I actually spend the time to cut out like different pieces of fur. And so like this is a separate piece from that piece, and then I just glue them together on the back so that it stays soft, nice and soft. Well, there we go. There's a pair of snow fox ears, which I'll scooch these up here actually. And I'll put this here. And what else? Oh, I have next to me some tan bunny ears. These guys that I should paint. You're probably all thinking, where are you pulling all these from? Just like, oh yeah, you want to see some ears that I didn't make on stream and paint them? Yeah. Oh, you know, Isaac, I'm not a huge fan of baked beans. A lot of people think I'm crazy, and they're like, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't like baked beans? And I'm like, I just don't. I don't know. Do you like baked beans, Isaac? I'm gonna go with yes, because I know you like lots of food, but I'm curious. Do you? And Isaac, what's your favorite thing to pair with the baked beans? You know what? I think actually for this one, I do need a little bit more. Yeah. That's awesome. Isaac, what's your favorite thing to eat with the baked beans? Like, do you like barbecue or what kind of barbecue item? Oh my gosh. And that's a full plate right there. You got mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, meatloaf, and casserole. Oh my gosh. Or coleslaw. Coleslaw. I like coleslaw. I know a lot of people think I'm crazy there too, but I don't like the coleslaw that's like all soggy and like it's literally like mayonnaise soup. Uh-uh. But I do like the coleslaw that it's like mainly cabbage with a little bit of mayonnaise. That's really good. Especially when it's freshly made. Very good. Very good with barbecue. Refried beans? Yeah, I like refried beans. I like them with like I like them inside like a burrito. That's always good. Really? Really when? Oh, that makes me sad. You know what, when? I know people that are like that and then they like if you ever come over and we're like making barbecue or something, um my mom makes a really good fresh coleslaw And she doesn't do it like how most restaurants do it, where it's like the shredded cabbage in mayonnaise soup. It's like chunks of cabbage and like just a little bit of mayonnaise, and she adds in um like green onions and carrots, and it's so good. I bet you if you tried it, it would change your mind on coleslaw. I'm just saying. Because it's like really refreshing. And it's not like thick and heavy like how most restaurants make it. But I bet you change your mind. Ooh, homemade tacos and burritos. That sounds good. I could go for some homemade tacos or burritos. That sounds good. Really? I was like, what kind of baked bean flavors are there? I know it's bacon is a thing, but what about other? I don't know any other flavors. Yeah, there's fuzzies. Fuzzies everywhere. Rocket pop flavor with baked beans? That sounds weird. What, like, how do you mix baked beans and a popsicle together? That doesn't make much sense to me, but all right. Apple pie flavor? That sounds weird too. Is there like little apple chunks in the baked beans? Maybe. Throw some cinnamon in there? I don't know. That sounds weird too. And dill pickle flavored. Interesting. Very so it's pickled flavored beans. Nice. How would you even make baked bean pickle flavor, dill flavored? I mean, do you just like put the beans in like a jar of pickle juice and just let them soak in there? You pickled some beans. I mean, maybe. I don't know if that'll taste good, but I guess it's officially a thing now. There we go. I have no idea when. I don't know. I saw that name too, and I'm like, what? That sounds weird. And also, I don't need AI viewers. I have real viewers. I would rather have real people any day, anytime. All right, Isaac. Well, I'll let you be the food critic on those new baked beans flavors. Um you'll have to keep us all in the loop of how those flavors are. I'm very skeptical, but hey, maybe they're good. I want to hear. I want to hear how they are. Oh, why? Why do you think what happened? What do you think happened when? Yeah, because I remember that graduation, they couldn't get the names right, and I felt bad for the people. Like, I think it was a cool idea and concept to have that, but gosh, the timing was, they couldn't seem to get it to go right. Wait, really? They were using AI? Oh my gosh, that's terrible. Guys, we gotta stop like solely relying on AI to do things. Like it can be a tool, yes, it can be a very useful tool, yes. But to be like, here, do my work for me. No. Yeah, you like baked beans with wings, Isaac? Sounds like a good pair. Not my favorite pair, but I know for other people, I know it's a thing. Yeah, but now I'm very curious. You'll have to tell us how those wacky bean flavors are. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That is a crazy thing, Win, that I didn't know. Yay, ears! More ears. I'm almost running out of space here on my desk because before I had them like stacked, but now since they're painted, I can't stack them until they dry. These have such long, what I call tails. I don't know why they're so long. They just are. I kind of messed up on the measurements when I was doing the wire cutting. Whoopsies. And actually, I need to mix more paint. So I'm going to bring this forward. And I'm going to move them like this. And I need more pink. Almost done with this pink. But see how much like paint there's still in there? So I think my next batch of ears that I do, I'm gonna have to I'll break open that like that container, that tube of paint. A little bit of burnt sienna, a little bit of yellow. A little bit more burnt sienna. There we go. A little bit more pink. There we go, that's a good color. And then a lot of water. A lot of water. Make it good and watery. Oh my gosh, I didn't even look at the time. I like just like glanced over and I'm like, what is the time? It's been a while since I've looked. Ah! It's already, what the heck? 2 hours just went like that, huh? crazy. Crazy how fast 2 hours go. Huh, I didn't know that one. I didn't know that about Cyberpunk 2077. All right. Well, I just mixed a bunch of paint and I can't end it here. So, you know what? I'm at least going to oh, here they are. I was like, where are they? I'm at least gonna do these and then probably call it a stream there. I feel bad. I just mixed a bunch of paint and it won't be good until I come back. Maybe I'll do 2 ears. I'll do 2 ears. It'll go over a little bit. That's okay. I was a little late today. Meatloaf sandwich. That sounds very interesting, Isaac. What goes in a meatloaf sandwich? I know that, like, obviously meatloaf, but do you put tomato in it? Do you put lettuce? Onion, mayonnaise? I combined it, onion and mayonnaise in my head. There we go. Just meatloaf and 2 slices of bread? See, I need more to my sandwich than that. I want mustard. I want mayonnaise. I want a pickle on the side. I want lettuce. I like full sandwiches with I want cheese. You can't forget about the cheese. Don't skip out on my cheese in my sandwich. And I like good bread too, like baguette bread. Or like Katamala olive bread or rosemary bread. Those are all good. I also like ciabatta. Ciabatta is really good. Apple mayonnaise. That's interesting. That sounds very interesting, Isaac. Apple mayonnaise. I don't think I've ever tried anything like that. I have tried blueberry jam in a sandwich before. It was at first a joke because there was this when I used to work at the little boho store at the mall, just outside the mall, there was this really good restaurant that made sandwiches. And there was a blueberry mozzarella sandwich, and I was just like, that sounds weird. I'm ordering it. And it was actually really good. It was like one of my favorites on their menu. And it was simple. I think it was like either like arugula or a lettuce arugula mixture with blueberries, blueberry jam, and mozzarella cheese. And I forget what else was in it, but that was pretty much what was in it. Very interesting. Very good. I enjoyed. Yes, we have to add more cheese. I agree. I like even just a simple grilled cheese sandwich. Those are good. I think you're all hungry. I think you all want lunch. It's lunchtime. I like ciabatta. I know, right? Alright, I'll finish this set of ears here. And then I'll call it a stream. I didn't quite paint all the ears like I wanted to, but that's okay. I know, right? Grilled cheese sandwich, it does sound good. I like making fancy grilled cheeses and making homemade tomato soup. There we go. Yeah, so cute. So even though I didn't get all the ears that I wanted done, I only have 2 pairs left to do. There we go. Look how cute these little guys are. They're adorable. Alrighty. So cute. Yeah, I have putting those 2 aside. I still have to do these 2, and I have these 2 right here. Still have to do, but I'll do those later. That's okay, because I have 2 more ears than I need to trim anyway, and I'm going to be doing that as making a little video for the socials. So, it's okay. It happens. But I'll just put these aside for right now. I'll put them over here with the ears that need work. I'll bring these ones forward. I'm so happy with the progress that was made today. Nope, didn't hit my goal exactly, but I was only off by 2, so, I mean, that's okay, right? Hopefully. Not the complete end of the world. Still, made good progress. What? I painted here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Or 9. No, 2, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I made 9. So 9 pairs here, ready to just sit dry, and then I'll be putting them on headbands. So that is really good progress, I think. Just little bit by little bit. That's all it is. Aw, good. I'm glad you had fun. Thank you, Win. Thank you. All right. That sounds like fun, Isaac. Hey, Isaac, maybe one day you'll do a cooking lesson on video chat or something like that. That sounds like fun. Yes, Win, see ya. It's Fan Fusion. Um, Not this weekend, but it'll be next weekend. It's already next week. Aw, of course, Evo Leia. Thank you for hanging out. It really means a lot. I'm glad you liked it. It was cozy today. It was warm and fuzzy like these ears. Alrighty, everyone. I will see you all on Friday and in the evening time. So it'll be like how my Fridays just changed too. I don't think I'm doing a Friday morning. I think it's Friday evening. I don't think it changed. All right. But anyways, see you all on Friday. Alrighty, as for now, bye.